put my mic on the wrong side of the table. Alright, greetings and welcome. I am Joffrey, and this is the first part of the Direnni Hegemony campaign. Though we're not going to be playing as the Direnni Hegemony just yet. We only have the island and a little bit of extra land to start with. Also have to load up the game, but... Where did I put chat now? There we go. That's where chat's hiding. Yes, you were locked far away. You're on the wrong monitor and hidden among, like, several other YouTube tabs. So, let's get that straightened out so I can actually read what's going on. Oh, jeez. Yes, the chat Karen's a fitting name. Not enough goblins, 0 out of 11? Yeah, there's honestly not enough. The only problem with Balfiera right now is that there's not enough goblins. Finally caught a stream. Well, lucky you then, because I almost didn't end up streaming tonight, and I'm not certain how long I will be streaming. I really jumping all over the place with different people I'm playing. Well, yeah, I gotta jump all around the place to cover different stuff before the mod actually comes out, and no one wants to watch me anymore because you'll have your hands on it. You heard of the High Elves? No, I haven't heard of any High Elves. I've only heard of Balfieri, Aldmeri Elves. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, yes. So we're playing as Kinlord Ancotar, Len Heselmo. I'm pretty sure this name, whenever a high elf has this name, it means that they are the son or daughter of X person. So I think, yeah, his son is named Len Ancotar because he's Aldaril of son of Ancotar. Now, in the other start date, actually, I may as well go back. Here's the difference. So here's a very brief overview before we actually get started, because I always have to do this, you know. It's obligatory. The big old just look at what the map looks like in the interregnum start date. I'll go to Faiths briefly as well. So anyone who wants to pause, there's Goblin Shamanism. Anyone who feels like pausing or taking a look at this later can have a nice overview. We've got the Forgotten Gods, and lots of various druid people in High Rock. We have the Ideal Master's Faith over here, 6th House tucked away, Shea Gorath cult here. There's Nords and Orcs over here as well. Black Marsh is an absolute mess. Yeah, I actually like this start more than the Fall of the Potentate start. I think this is going to be the main start that's the most fun because it's even more catastrophic and just destroyed than the other one. But yeah, we can take a look at Morrowind. So Morrowind, we've got the Tribunal Temple Fate, which has living gods because yes, gods are alive. It's a trait shared only by the Wilder King court because they worship the Wilder King, who is in fact just a guy who hangs out. That's gross underestimation, but you know. They also have communion, and ancestor worship. High Velothi is here, mostly the Ashlander faith, you know. Esotericism, Sanctioned False Conversions, and ancestor worship. What's this? Oh yeah, Cults of Mephala. You just get some Daedra cults hanging out in Morrowind because that's how they do. And the 6th house, very funny. They have unmourned blood and scarab's blood as virtues because I'm not sure what unmourned blood is specifically, but scarab's blood is the it is the trait that it's a bloodline trait of Dagoth, I think, and the lady who rules this duchy starts with it. You can make big skin grad, yes. From CK3 has is pretty much always play out the same. Well, the only thing that pretty much always plays out the same in this start is that Alinor sits on its hands and acts like a geriatric grandfather who doesn't know where he is, only very, very rarely taking Stros Mackay. If you're lucky, Alinor will take Stros Mackay. And also House Dress or House Hlalu usually take over North of Morrowind and then the Imperial City, so we'll see if that happens. But other than that, those are the only two things that are consistent. I guess the other consistent thing is that Hammerfell always unites and then proceeds to collapse, and then it never unites again. It just beats the shit out of itself over and over. And usually someone unites Western High Rock. But the East is just like evermore just kind of like sits by itself in the corner like, no, I don't want to have any fun. What's the purple? What was the purple religion? What? Over here. Molag Bal is purple religion that's here. Yeah, vampires, I guess. Yeah, it's a stream pretty much just started, yeah. With the Dynasty in Evermore, the major kingdoms, we've got Daggerfall has Delane, Honor Calls is their thing, Camlorn has Riel, jeez. Riel sometimes takes over the Direnni family, it's really funny. I've seen the Riel family outbreed the Direnni, it's really funny. Shornhelm, Briquette, North Point, Dorel, Wayrest is Gardner, an actual one that we, it's a big deal. Oh, whoa, what happened? Is he in debt? Does Wayrest start in a lot of debt because he's all covered in dirt? And here's Evermore, finally. Crossroads at Realm's End. That's neat. That is a neat group of house words right there, Moya. The difference between the Old Gods and Hagraven cult. Well, the difference is that the Hagraven cult is like they worship the Daedra sort of, but it's mainly focused on the Hagravens, and they do the whole. They've got the whole like turning people into Briarhearts. It's not really functional yet, but there is a Briarheart thing in game. Meanwhile, the Old Gods, also they worship the Daedra, but they also include some Aedra. There's I forget. They've got three. Yeah, they have a secondary pantheon that is some of the people from the Imperial cult / Nordic pantheon. Oh, where was it? Didn't I? Yeah, I looked at Evermore, and it's just, Crossroads at Realm's End. Are there some more wholesome, less horrific faiths among the Reachmen? I guess. There's like 5. I'm gonna play I really want to stream the Reachmen as well, actually, because the Reachmen have a decision to unite the Reach, and it like brings everything from Elenir to Evermore to Hafengar into a Reach empire, which is pretty cool. So Reach folks, they got the Druidak cult, which is definitely the most wholesome one. The Druidak cult is essentially just worshipping the Druidak mountain range, because it says like every Reach folk considers the Druidic range their home, but there's some that consider it like sacred, and that it is like a loving mother or father or whatever. Cult of Heroes is cool, yes. Reachmen are honestly one of the more interesting. I really like the Reachmen. Reachmen are cool. I love how they they're also called the Witchmen sometimes, which is really cool. So and that's why they've got their unique unit. I really want to stream the Reachmen sometime because they have the they have a unique unit called the Witch Knights. Here's something very interesting. I want guesses. People. See that? This is you see there's Karthspire here. Right here, yeah? Who do you think owns Karthspire right now? I want guesses. What faction do people think is that county in Karthspire? You need the W word pass. No, the people who use the term witchmen aren't asking for passes, no. The dude in Markarth, the dude who's in Markarth at start literally calls them witchmen. He's not a fan. People are, yeah, still everyone's like Sneck. Yeah. It's an Ilnaviri. It's an Ilnaviri count. We've got it's not Ilnaviri culture or faith, but roughly half the Ilnaviri people on the map have the Riemann Mysteries faith, and half of them have the Dawn's Court one. So there's stuff like there's the dude over here in Ralta, who's Dawn Court Ilnaviri, and then there's other ones like well, in one of the start dates, there's an Ilnaviri person out in the Hammerfell. But the point is, Skyrim enjoyers will know about Karthspire Temple, so, or whatever the mountain is called. So the description. The Riemann Mysteries are an enigmatic series of fraternal cults dedicated to the dragonborn god-hero Riemann, Light of Man of Cyrodiil, who saved Tamriel from Akaviri invasion in the First Era, conquered almost all of the continent, and founded the Second Empire. It is said that when the Akaviri army heard Riemann's voice in battle, they realized he was the dragonborn they had come to find, and knelt before him, swearing their eternal loyalty. It is these Akaviri who would become the dragon guards and potentates of his new empire, and who would continue to hold him in reverence as they await the new ruler of dragon blood to arise and claim his birthright. Skyhaven Temple, yes, that's right. The barony here is called Karthspire, but the one on this half of the mountain is called Skyhaven. So you can totally play the Ilnaviri Riemann Mysteries people. Riemann Mysteries, unlike Dawn's Court, doesn't let you become Sneck. It doesn't let you do the Sneck thing, but, well, Riemann Mysteries considers Karthspire a holy site, so you can have fun with that. A city called Riem. Yeah, it's the Blades religion. Yeah, exactly. Riemann Mysteries is the Blades religion, so it's also the religion that the Ilnaviri in a Cloud Ruler Temple worship. It's pretty cool, honestly. I like the concept. Though this lady here has Science 1, as you can see, her eyes are kind of funny. I don't know. I don't know about any city called Reem. I don't know what that is. I can look it up once we get in game. No, you can't make hybrid cultures in this mod, unfortunately, but that's just how it needs to be for everyone's sanity. Cloud Ruler Temple is not under a Reachman. No. No, it's under Ilnaviri. These are Akaviri people. That's Saisi heritage. These are this is actually like people with the Dragon Guard and all that. This is like the original Dragon Guard people that ruled this place before they got kicked out. So yeah, it's the same people that ruled Karthspire here. Yeah. I don't know if there's any werewolves or if that's even a trait that's functional yet, but it's intended to be. There's definitely vampires all over the place, though. This one's still here. Yeah, there's this dude. You can see they've all got their funny eyes. Um, this Trenlor Lothid Eye Thirst is their thing. Uh, okay. Um, so this is the starting situation in High Rock in the Interregnum start date. And also here's Hammerfell. Now I'm going to go back and and show you what the other start date would look like. I'm not going to be using it. We're going to be using the Interregnum one. Um, but the Warlords Rising one is a little different. No, it would just be werewolves. So here's what it looks like in the here's what it looks like in the Warlords Rising one. So the Balfieri people, yeah. We actually, this is 10 years earlier. You have this island that you don't have in the newer start date, which is kind of interesting. This island gets taken over by some sort of old gods worshipping person. When you're not streaming, who's your favorite character location to play? Not on stream, who's my favorite people to play? I mean, I've pretty much only been playing this when I'm on stream. Like, apparently. But here's a fun. I always. I meet. It's almost meme like my attachment to Gideon. It's really silly. So. I really like Gideon. This duchy here, they're Nibonese people. It's this little enclave of Nibonese culture that's all the way south here. In fact, they're actually in Black Marsh. So the Nibonese culture isn't actually native to this region, but the AI almost always diverges culture, and it's literally just ends up being called Gideon culture. And since they diverge their culture, this new Gideon culture is native to this region. So you can play these Imperials who are native to Northwest Blackmarsh, and you can consolidate your hold over the area. Also, because the religion in this county is the Brotherhood of Seth, which is hilarious. I love the name. It's Sithis. It's a Sithis faith, but it's just really funny that it's the Brotherhood of Seth. All my homies love Seth. So yeah, it's the Temple of Sithis, and most people are okay with it. Most people don't complain. They have veneration of knowledge, which is the same thing that the Hermaeus Mora cults have, actually. Making a learning education better and virtuous, and you do learning lifestyle stuff faster. Sacred lies and adaptive. So, I actually like it a lot. Elder King's team did such a great job with culture, it's insane how good it is. Yes. Oh yeah, the numbers did go pretty far down for a second there. Whatever, I'm used to having less than this. Mephala, Boethia, and or Azura. Yeah, before I actually, oh yeah, that's right. This isn't actually the start date that we're going to be using. I keep forgetting that. But I'll take a glance at those for y'all. There's a couple of them over here. We got Mephala, Shadow Worship, Intrigue. It's the same thing. A lot of them have this like worship of a lifestyle tree. So you do better in Intrigue education. All of it's virtuous. Like Clavica's Vial has prosperity worship for stewardship stuff. Daedric Bargains, but that's not functional yet. The Daedric Boon system is going to be added sometime post-launch with Ardor and all that. Here's Sanguine, so the Diplomacy one, and naturally Hedonistic and Carnal Exaltation. Boethia, though. Boethia, I say this every stream. I haven't played them yet, but this is probably going to be one of my favorite things to do, is play as this right here, the Cult of Boethia, as this like singular Yokuden pirate count underneath the Yoku Freeport pirate group. So because they're Yokuden, who get a lot of bonuses, they're quarrelsome, and they get this unique virtues of war thing, so they have their sword saint people, unique units, tons of bonuses to martial stuff, and that you combine that with the Cult of Boethia, which also has war worship and makes, again, even better with martial education. Just fight good. Who are the horse people? Who are the horse people, and why do they have a valley in High Rock? I have no idea why they have it. I have no idea why there's a horseman culture here. But the horseman culture is from Yokuda. This is probably from some game or other. Like, it must just be like a funny like reference to one of the games where there's a Silverhoof Vale thing. But it's a herd mother horseman culture. So they're just a tribe of Yokuden people in High Rock, and seeing as the horseman culture is the nomadic Yokuden culture, you can just spread your culture anywhere you want here with only minimal penalties. Right. But now we're actually going to go to the main menu, and they rarely do actually get wiped out. It's kind of strange. They only get wiped out. They don't get targeted very often. That's the funny part. They often just get kind of left alone there. But yeah, they're very easy to wipe out. But they definitely would be fun to play sometime. So yeah, this is the start date we're going to be playing because it's harder. Literally just because it's harder. I mean, the whole area is it's more difficult for everyone in this area, so who knows? It might even be easier, but we'll see. We lost our heirs island to this dude, the Deles Islands to this Iliac forgotten gods worshipping dude. Though thankfully the culture there is still Balfieri and Adamantine, so it shouldn't be that hard to take it back. It's an ESO reference? Neat. Silverhoof Vale was inhabited by horsemen in ESO. You have to save them from getting attacked by harpies. That's cool. I like that. That's neat. References like that are always a good time. Especially when you can play them and do weird stuff that's not intended. Like becoming a vassal to Shornhelm and then like taking over from within. Just making High Rock Yokuden. Be the second Great Migration. Oh, jeez. Oh, yes, patron. Here is our pantheon with the Adamantine Ariel faith. Lots of fun gods here. Zen. I don't know who Zen is. Huh. There's a lot of these gods I don't know. Do I plan on making a custom religion? Hell no, we ain't making a custom religion this time. Most playthroughs love making custom religions, and when the I don't even think there's custom icons in yet. Still no custom icons. I don't know. Well, whenever custom religious icons get added as well, that'll make it even more fun. But in the meantime, when I stream, I can make my own custom ones in GIMP just because fun. Deboot. Wait. Oh, there's Finaster. Yeah, Finaster. Forgotten gods. It's neat. Well, actually, they're mendicant preachers. They spread fast. Communal identity, so they spread better in Iliac culture provinces. So they spread 50% better. They essentially have communal identity for the Iliac culture. So that's cool. And he's a peasant leader too, which is interesting. But yeah, the mendicant preachers, pastoral isolation, sanctity of nature. They don't have They're a pretty basic faith because it's all focused on Yffrey. Uh, see the Cult of Azura? Yeah, you do. You do see the Cult of Azura. There is a temple here. It is a county that is a temple of Azura. Is it a holy site? Pariah Hill. Yeah, Pariah Hill. This county here is it's a holy site. So you know, if you play as someone nearby and you conquer this and convert to the Cult of Azura, you'll already have one of your holy sites down. So that's neat. What are our holy sites? What are the holy sites for the Adamantine? Crystal and Balfiera. Not very surprising there, if I'm being honest. So we can go on. I guess we'll be going on pilgrimages to the Crystal Tower as Balfieri people. That's fun. Gonna go take a visit to Crystal like Law. We'll take a peek at this for all those who haven't seen it enough yet, because I still haven't seen it enough yet. This places. This is thumbnail gold right here. Look at this nonsense. What is, like... Oh my gosh, I've never gotten close enough to see that they've got, like, light effects coming off of this thing, too. Ugh. It never stops looking incredible. The closer you get, it's like see-through. Like, that's so cool! You can actually see through, like, the middle parts of it here. Oh... ESO devs be like... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the EK devs. That's true. That is true. Yeah, the Elder Kings devs be like, oh, let's put Cult of Azura here, but it's in a theocracy, and theocracies aren't playable, so you can't play them. Oh, let's make Crystal Tower here, but it's an academy, so you can't play them. All right. Wait. It's time to first of all, we'll be starting with the lifestyle or renown. There's the unique to this mod, Magicka, Renown Legacy. So we're going to be taking, of course, Arcane Blood, because +2 Arcana and Magical Generation +20% for every Direnni person is nice. Gonna conquer that downhill and install a holy site. Yeah, I'm gonna do it sometime too, I'm sure. It's great. I mean, Metropolitan would also be pretty strong for us because Direnni Tower is pretty developed. But Arcane Blood, of course, is the most important one. And next, Magical Drills we'll also really want, because this gives us more max size for our mage regiments and just makes them way better. They're already really good, and they'll be just absolutely absurd. Because War Mages +3. We don't want War Mages. We've got our unique Direnni Sorcerers unit. Yeah, the mage buff is actually crazy, because the devs don't play the game. They don't know. They don't know how crazy. They don't know what they're doing. Music is going so hard as usual. So we have this unique Direnni Sorcerers thing. Decreases the size of our max size of our mage regiments by 2, but I don't know why do we have war mages? I need to delete that. We can't even recruit normal war mages. Go. So here's our Direnni Sorcerers. This might not actually I don't think this is functioning properly, because we're supposed to only be able to have a size 1. We're not supposed to be able to increase the size of them. So I don't know what, normally for like every other faction, I think there must be something wrong with this tech here, because it's supposed to make us not able to recruit more than just one size, and we need to get mustering grounds to increase it even more. Yeah, it's really good, I know. For example, we'll go over to Thornroot here. When I stream the Reachmen sometime, I'll probably be playing as this guy, actually. We've got the Witch Knights here. And that's because the Blood-Forged Arm thing decreases the max size, so he can only recruit one. Now, the Witch Knights are half the size, but they're also pretty strong, and they counter lots of stuff and have bonuses in some terrains. So they're still roughly... Also, they're extremely cheap. So they are equivalent to the Direnni Sorcerers, I would say, even though they're smaller units. Because being a smaller unit does mean they're harder to kill as well. But yeah, for us, for some reason, it's not functioning properly, so we're going to be able to recruit an unpenalized number of Direnni Sorcerers. Yeah, the Witch Knights are chads. Ooh, they're fun. They're redonkulous, but they're also only 50 of them. Keep that in mind. So their main strength is the fact that there's it's harder for them to get killed. And also, yes, you are reading this correctly. Direnni Sorcerers and all other Direnni Sorcerers and the Ayleid Sorcerers are both get a tiny bit of siege progress against forts up to level 5. So, what's the best Orc Men-at-Arms unit? They only have 2. And for some reason, it's not the Iron Orcs and Wood Orcs don't have a lot of the stuff that the Iron Orcs do. I'm not sure what the deal with that is, but the point is, if we go over to these guys, these are some Mountain Orcs. There's only 2 units. There's the Orc Marauders here, who are extremely strong, quite possibly the strongest unit for their price in the game. No terrain effects, though. That's the gimmick. They're really solid everywhere. Kind of expensive, but they're just really good. Like, oh. And then they have Bear Cavalry, because why wouldn't they have Bear Cavalry? I don't know what the lore behind them having Bear Cavalry is, but yeah. I almost ended up streaming Orcs today. I just barely managed to convince myself to not play Orcs. Because I want to play Orcs, because they have bonuses in Plains. So I want to play... Yeah, I know, this is stupidly strong. Look at these. You half their stats, because there's 50 of them, so you half their attack and defense, really. You have you have their damage, essentially, because there's only 50 of them. And they still have 50. So, Ogres? I didn't know there's ogres in Elder Scrolls, and that probably tells you all you need to know about whether they're getting added or not. The rest of the Magicka tree. Yeah, I will show that. Wait. How do I see the Dynasty Legacies again? Why can't I open this? Oh, it's down there. Because they added another one, so it's almost off the screen. That's funny. But yes, we'll show the other ones. So we have Magicka Drills, as we discussed. Makes mages even more cracked out of their mind. Makes them even better at sieging. Just because, why not? Thaumaturgic Heritage. More skill, because it's that typical one. You do better in magical education, and you can learn stuff faster. Children can receive Student of Magicka trait if their guardian is a positive Arcana affinity or Student of Magicka trait. Sorceress Rule. Unlocks the Arcane Court type, and your Grandeur goes up by 5 if you're using the Arcane Court type. Perennial Rites allows an additional ritual. Now, rituals, really neat stuff. Rituals are the funny things here. Click on Open Rituals up here next to Ancotar's head. These are our rituals. They are essentially a consistent expenditure of magicka to have a constant effect. So currently, his max magicka here is 90. Really? Is it only 90? Damn, he did not get good stats. He had a base. He rolled a base of 0 arcane. Damn, that sucks. What the hell? Like all his kids are way better than him. What the hell? Why does he have 0? That's just sad. He's gonna have like no magical abilities then. You need like having a maximum of like 100 and producing more is like essential to get stuff done as a mage. So Ancotar is not going to be very impressive. I almost want to re-roll, restart and see if it's set in stone how much magic he has, because that's really bad. Apparently orcs had massive, hairy millipede creatures. Yes, I have heard of that as well. I'm gonna reload. I want to see if I can reload and get Ancotar some actual base magic stat. Because I would really like him to play... Oh, wrong start date! No! But I'd really like Ancotar to have more than 10 magic, because 10 magic is like usually the base. Like 10 Arcana is like the base amount of Arcana you need to do spells if you don't have like, an education trait. So, yeah. He's the chosen one. He's the only elf who has no magic. He's only with a base of 0. He's just got other buffs carrying him up. Yikes. There we go. Base of 7. Thank you, game. Thank you. And both of his kids have some as well. Good. Yikes. Now the arcane blood will give him even more, so we'll actually get some good use out of Ancotar's magic. How much does that mean he makes? So that means he's got a max of 180 instead. He's essentially got 90 more maximum, and he's making twice what he was before, just because they haven't set it in stone how much any character starts with in their Arcana stat. But yes, 18 Arcana this time. That is very good. He's got the acute congenital trait, which is the equivalent of the smart, but for magic specifically. He's got lifespan 3, and I think both of his kids does as well. He's got a novice evoker, so even more. This is his magic lifestyle education trait, essentially. He doesn't look cute. He doesn't look cute? Nah, you're right. He doesn't look cute. The heirs have nothing? No, I checked. Oh, wait, I checked his siblings. Oh, damn. Aldaril has 14, and, Trina has, 6 base. So, and she's got the best, congenital magic trait in the game. Actually, that's really cool. Aldaril has some kids as well. So yeah, my grandson is actually a bastard. I have a grandson that's a bastard with lifespan too. So he's got some Direnni. No, he's half Direnni, half Breton. Hail scarred bastard founder. He's had a rough life. That could be a fun game to play. Yeah, elves pretty much all have lifespan 3. It's the base trait. It goes up to like 6. 6 is the highest you can find, and that's pretty rare. But on average, they have 5. 3. On average, they have 3. This guy, no, that's not the one with 5. That's 6. Is the guy with 6 still around in this start date? The guy who hangs out here, there is a guy who hangs out here with lifespan 6, but I don't see him around. That's 6. No, he's here. Yeah, he's just this count here with a. Oh, he's playable too. I thought that he's a Republican the other start date, but he's a count here, so you can actually play this lifespan 6 character with a ton of magic, who will live into his early 1000s in theory, tucked away here. Also Todd Howard, good old Todus. Todus, of course, being the other. the other person on the map with lifespan 6. It just works. Just in case anyone hasn't already heard of Todd Howard. Yeah. No, Hacknir died. Hacknir only has lifespan 1. I gave him lifespan 2 because he was dying early with lifespan 1. He lives into his early hundreds, in theory, but the reason he died of old age is because the devs are like ongoing, like they are like, as we speak, rebalancing the lifespan traits and how much it extends people's lives. So currently what it actually says here isn't 100% accurate, so just don't worry about that until the actual mod releases, because I'm sure once it does in what, a few days now. He needs to survive until the 36th release of Skyrim. Jeez. Well, I actually need to. Wait, I'm not married. Ancotar is not married. What do we do about that? Actually, get rolling here. Who do we marry Ancotar to? It's a load of people, and it does not show people's lifespan traits. Oh. Who are you with your attuned trait? Let's pin her with her essentially hail of magic. Definitely not deficient, which is the opposite. Lots of people here. For to mention this stream, can't wait for the run to start. We're actually starting now. I'm sorry, but that's how I roll. Oh, we could always marry a Breton with no lifespan traits. It's just regular old Glenumbran who's got acute. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. That would make it very likely to pass on acute to his kids. But the problem is, she's a filthy man. She's not Mer. I mean, we don't hate them that much. We're not like our cousins on Somerset. Yeah. How dare I read chat and show people what they want to see? Ugh. We could marry her, and almost certainly pass on the acute trait. Or we could just marry this lady, Sirinke, who will, as a result, she's got attuned and I've got acute, so we're most likely going to pass on at least a good congenital trait for magic to the kids. And since we both have lifespan 3, we'll pass on lifespan 3 to our kids and even potentially boost it to 4. So, yeah, I don't think we want to dilute the bloodline quite so early with Ancotar himself. But I think that one of his kids could. Don't worry about it that much, Alma. Yeah, I think this will be the lady we have him marry. Boosh. I don't know what an Aldark is. Oh, she's the priest. Well, I guess it's going to take her out of that slot. Oh, so he has 2 heirs already? Yeah, he has 2 heirs already, but what if we don't want them? Because he's got lifespan 3 and apprentice magician. So it's like, he's fine. His sister has aetheric and lifespan 3. She's good, so she's probably the one we'd want to inherit. However, what if we just happened to pop out with this new wife, someone with lifespan 4? Are they not the true inheritor of the Direnni clan then? So I say we have a little bit of a wait. Yes, I are unmarried. He will marry someone, He can dilute the bloodline or, like, as much as he likes. He's already cheated and had a... Oh, well, he actually is not married. But yeah, he's already... He's some bastard. half Altmer. We could even use him to marry for alliances. I really don't... He is my player heir, but we're not playing him. The best alliance we can get is with the Kingdom of North Point, and the Kingdom of North Point is, not that great. Equal partition. Why? Wait a second. How is she not the heir? Equal partition? Why is he the heir? Oh, okay, a bastard founder. I see. So it'd be an alliance, but she's a bastard, so wouldn't get anything out of that. Nope, not interested. There's Southgard, which is a single county. So, yeah, I don't think we're marrying him off for an alliance anytime soon. Yeah, it looked that way. It looked like it was a marriage alliance that was too easy to get, but in actuality, oh, everyone's hanging out. He's hanging out in his son's court. I don't want you hanging out in your son's court. We don't like him. He's a weirdo. This will marry off Alderil to someone else at some point, but maybe not quite yet. Patron. Who do we pick for a patron? We've got, these are the buffs. Same faith opinion plus 10 is actually really nice. But, as you may notice, scrolling down here a bit, we've got Magnus for plus 2 Arcana, and Syrabane for plus 4. Plus 4 additional Arcana. That's huge. We would be pumping out so much magic. We could activate all the rituals at once. Also, there's Trinimac, Xerxes, Zen. I don't know who Zen is, though. An aspect of Aurbis, like other Aedra, he's the god of toil, vengeance, agriculture, and payment in kind. Some consider him to be a foreign god, but the Altmer worship him like any other of their ancestors. Okay. But yeah, he gets a big old boost to domain taxes, which is delicious. What happened to the previous game? New versions are coming out all the time. This is the pre-release. So, new versions are being posted all the time, and because I am, one of the main reasons that I have early access right now, in addition to drumming up excitement for the mod coming out, is also so that the devs can watch my stream and see when there's errors to fix. So it's good for me to play on the newest version, and that means that I can't continue old games when a new one is updated, typically. Zen is the one the Bosmer like, as well as Frey. Okay. Huh. Oh, tax non-believers. I didn't know we had tax non-believers. I'm so blind. I never pay attention to these things. That's interesting. Yeah. We won't be so enthusiastic with converting our vassals. We're gonna have lots of I think we're gonna have a lot of Bretons that we have with religious protection set up, because we don't need to convert everyone to being an Altmer. Joffrey's bound to his task, yes. Very poetic. Yet chained. Oh yeah, we got ancestor worship as well, which is fun. Path to Alexon. I don't know what that does. Certain might makes right fame. Just is a virtue. Vassals and courtiers less likely to join factions against a virtuous ruler. Oh, well, for reasons like that, that also means that it's nice to set up vassals of our religion, though. So they also be less likely to revolt if they follow our faith, at least. How many times can one get an excuse to play Elder Scrolls that is more? Oh, yeah, I am having fun. So, wait, commission an epic. Didn't even check what stuff we've got. Oh, we got almost all of diplomacy. That's cool. And what spells do we have? plenty of magic scattered around, so we'll have a lot of interesting rituals to do. And we'll take a look at the rituals right now. Not the grand rituals, though, because they don't really function yet. I want to save before I even click on grand rituals in case it accidentally doesn't let me click off of it. But yeah, there's going to be life extension and lichdom as options for rituals. Life extension is the closest to being functional at this time, but even it doesn't properly work, sadly. But yeah, the point is of life extension is that once you go through all of these to the very end, and if you don't die in the attempt, you'll boost your lifespan trait by 1, which is neat. Yep, I need to reload because it's not going to go away now that I even clicked on it. Fudge Muppet's broken your mind. Well, Fudge Muppet's kinda nuts. Like, there's a lot of interesting stuff there, but there's a lot of old information there as well, from what I understand. A lot of the stuff that you'll learn from them can also be outdated. Yes, we'll look at rituals, just not the grand ones. We've got 2 ritual slots, so we'll be sure to make use of one of them. We can use bound. We've got bound weapon, which gives +5 prowess. Does not have visual effect. However, bound armor does this. When you use bound armor, it uses 1 magicka per month. But it gives you the visual of wearing Daedric armor, which is, awesome. Also, it gives you 10 prowess while you have it active, so really good. We're not going to be using that right now because we've got no need for it. There's actually a few liches in the mod at the moment, so you can still play them. Shield with alteration, friendly fatal casualties down by 5%. Illusion rally, levy reinforcement rate up by a number I can't read there. It's not fully showing up. And invisibility gives you 3 intrigue, plus 1% personal scheme power, hostile scheme power up by 1%. Every scheme power and success chance goes up by 1% essentially. Do we have any others? We've also got all of the Fortify a stat buffs from the Restoration one. So it's like Stewardship. +2 Stewardship at the cost of 0.5 per month. That's one we'll definitely want to keep on, I think. We don't have any Necromancy skill, but Necromancy, as of now, I think it only has the... I think it's only got 1 spell, which is Raise Dead. Manny Marco is the best person to test that out as, of course. I don't think Fortify Arcana works yet. Yeah, Fortify Arcana doesn't actually have a stat boost. But we can also be like, Fortify... what does Resist Disease do? Huge boost to disease resistance. Excellent. You can just slap that on if you get like super cancer or something. But in the meantime, we'll be using Fortify Diplomacy, I think, because we want to make everyone think we are the most awesome of dude, being a Grey Eminence Ancotar that we are. Is the Worm Cult a thing in this? They are. Stanny Marco, as he's been referred to by Jay, is hanging out in Thunder Falls. It's a tribal holding right now, but it is a holy site for his faith. And here he is. Wondrous. Wondrous that he is. He's also got he's got lifespan 5, so he lives a long time before he even needs to become a lich. because he's not a lich yet. He's just a necromancer who's a genius, though. He learns stuff bigly fast, even though he's got this huge minus 70% lifestyle experience gain. Because he's got lifespan 5, he still learns stuff really fast because he's a genius, so 30%, and he's acute, so 50% magic. Well, no, even more. He has a total bonus to his magic. So he's got a penalty of 70% learning to his stuff that he learns. He makes up 30% of that from genius. He makes up another 20 for magic lifestyle from acute, and another 40 for master mage. So he actually, because of all these 3 combined, he actually learns magic lifestyle stuff faster than the average person, even though he's got lifespan 5, which is crazy. He's got the worm cult faith, which is the him faith. He is the head of the faith. The Order of the Black Worm, commonly known as the Worm Cult or Fellowship of Anchorites, is a necromancy-focused cult founded by the Altmer Lich and former Sigic monk Manny Marco, the King of Worms. Though they often make bargains with various Daedra when it suits their interests, at its core, the Worm Cult worships Manny Marco above all else, believing that one day he will ascend to godhood and rule over all of Mundus forever. He's got only 1,200 troops, but I mean, that's comparable to the Direnni clan, so I think he's fine. I think he's doing fine, especially since he can pump out undead hordes rather quickly. Daedric bargains, so he'll have it'll be cheaper for him to do Daedric bargains when that's actually a feature. A mastery over undeath, it's virtuous to be a necromancer, it's super virtuous to be a lich. And pursuit of power, because pursuit of power is fun and they want to kill everything. Fundamentalist lay clergy, they don't care about Slorcan, no secondary pantheon, unrestricted marriage, so you can marry anyone you bloody feel like. The incest-wincest genetics as Manny Marco's family will be very doable. All adultery is fine. Deviancy is fine. It's just the worst faith. Like, everything bad, yes. They don't have any of the Daedra on their pantheon, but they do still they are on speaking terms with them. Their only holy site is Thunder Falls, because it's where Manny Marco is hanging out right now. And is there anything else to say about him? Other than that, like, all of his personality traits are the virtues for the faith. So, yeah, he does kind of pump out undead boys. He's got war mages. Because he's Alanori, that's the funny thing. He's Alanori, so he could actually, he could recruit Somerset Justiciars to do his army. They're a unique unit, which is funny. He's also got Moonstone armor as a result. You could make, if you play as him, I've never played as him, but if you played as him and you converted the culture, I mean, it would take 62 years with a decent steward to convert the culture here to Alanori. But if you did that, you could diverge your culture, and then you'd actually have a native culture of your own in this area, which is cool. We'll see if he does something. He sometimes Manny Marco just sits on his hands and doesn't actually do anything. His dynasty's at Tata, because. Oh wait, the one thing I forgot to. Yeah, I wanted to, before I click off of him, I wanted to open his spell book. Let's see, what does he have? Yeah, Raise Dead. It's a tier 3 necromancy spell. Raise Dead. You get 100 men. Thunder Falls. Don't have any magic right now to actually show how good they are, but that's what he does. His outfit is awesome, yeah. It's really good. I mean, it is just a it is the same outfit, keep in mind, that we have, but it's recolored, and he's the only one that gets it colored red. So I honestly don't know. It's been a long time since I've summoned any, like, the only time that I've summoned undead was on the first day that I was playing this mod, because I had a court mage who was a necromancer, and as a result I was using some undead units like that. Yes. Diverging your culture, when you diverge a culture, it makes the nativity region of that culture the nativity region that your capital is in. So, in the case of Manny Marco, if you spread your culture here and you diverge it, it would make the Craglorn, the region of Craglorn, the native region for them. So, lifestyle. What do we educate ourselves in? Diplomat would be nice for just going down the diplomat tree. Foreign affairs focus, doing tons of this stuff would make. We've already got true ruler, that's right, so offer vassalization chance. There's a good chance we can actually vassalize some people based on what I've tested. Oh yeah, we're also gonna change our daughter's feudal contract because we can. Oh, she is feudal. We're not feudal though. We are feudal. Oh, jeez, I didn't know this. This whole time I thought I was just assuming we were ceremoniarchy, but of course we're not. Yeah, we don't have the same government type as Alinor. We actually have feudal government, which, fun fact, feudal government is rare. It's a super rare because almost everyone uses autocracy. But we have the funny feudalism, which is gonna make it very annoying to deal with our vassals because it makes vassals very powerful. We can't even. It's very difficult for us to actually increase any of the obligations of our vassals with this. Do the Red Guards have sword singers? The Yokudans have Way of the Sword people, I think. I don't know if anyone else does. Sword meeting. Okay. Yeah, all of them, they all have the Way of the Sword unit, but they don't have sword singers. They don't have any Shihais. No funny weebs pulling out magic swords. But they do still have their not Japanese Bushido warriors. Yeah, Sentinels probably got them too. No? Huh? Why did none of you actually have them? You all just too dirt poor to recruit them? Surely, like, go to Higath here. Yeah, they can recruit Way of the Sword. They're just too cheap to want to. Okay. The Black Jedi of the Desert. That's a good description, honestly. That's even better than Weebs. Like, Weebs kind of works, but the Black Jedi is of the desert is definitely, yeah. It's Naboo. Naboo? No, what the? I haven't watched Star Wars in forever. What even is that Tatooine? Yeah, it's all the just Jedi on Tatooine is what that is. We can't actually increase. What do we need? Oligarchic. So right now we've got aristocratic monarchy, which gives us 100% tyranny gain, and all our vassals like us more. Lieges are forbidden from revoking titles or retracting vassals. Receives no monthly control bonus. No base monthly control. Lieges cannot force vassals to accept changes in the vassal contract which would favor them over the vassal. Only powerful vassals can join the council. The spouse and realm priest positions are exempt from this rule. If there are enough powerful vassals, then any vassal can join the council. If there are not enough vassals, then courtiers can join the council. Lieges will always be considered tyrants for revoking titles or retracting vassals. Always. Autocratic vassals are not forced to provide any levy or tax if their opinion of their liege is low enough. Feudal vassals' taxes and levy obligations can only be set to exempt or low. You literally just like can't get them to do anything for you. The next tier, oligarchic monarchy, we need to either be illustrious or a devoted servant to be able to change it. Or we can research plenary assemblies. That'll also give us the option. This will mean that this will half our like boosted tyranny gain. We get a slight monthly control bonus. Lieges are allowed to revoke titles and retract vassals. We actually can revoke titles. Wow, crazy. Lieges can use a hook or receive tyranny to force a vassal to accept a vassal contract, favoring the liege over them. So thankfully, you boost it by 1, which will still need to be illustrious to do, or research new tech. To 1, change favoring the liege over the vassals can be forced through. Only vassals can join the council, so you can't just have random courtiers. Are there minotaurs? There are not. There are no minotaurs yet, but theoretically, sometime in the future, they might add minotaurs. The spouse and realm priest positions are exempt from this rules. Yep. All governments. Rulers can change between available partition succession laws. And you're not considered tyrants for revoking titles or retracting vassals when they have a reason to. Thankfully. So yeah, you boost it up by 1 and you can actually start doing stuff. I didn't see any... What AI-generated art for Minotaurs are you talking about? I didn't see any AI-generated art related to Minotaurs. There is definitely lots of art in this mod. We still need to actually choose a patron. Well, there wouldn't have been anything about there wouldn't be any Minotaur art in it. There's not going to be slowed. There is never going to be slows. Like, I'm telling you, there's almost no chance they're ever going to add slows. Like, what the devs are going to say, like, well, maybe eventually, but it's very far focused. I'm telling you, when they say stuff like that, that means it's never happening. They're almost certainly never going to do it because they don't want to do it. The slows of like Thras is like it's here, and you couldn't even really play them because slows would function as a society completely different to everyone else. So, yeah. The elf monkey? Yes! Yes, I want them. I am also looking forward to... I do think that they're going to add the Imga at some point, because, I mean, they're going to make the monkeys out east. And if they're making the monkeys of the Isles out in Akavir eventually, years from now, but they're probably going to, if they do that, include Imga as a result, which would be awesome because I love monkeys wearing the Alanori outfits. It's just hilarious. There's patrons. I think we don't actually need a ton more magic. What spells can we cast too? We've got our rituals activated. It's costing us 1 magic, so we're still making 1.16 per month. What spells can we cast? Summon Daedra, banish Daedra. We can summon like no, summon Dremora is what you need to get the Daedra character in your court for a bit. Inflict wounds, so you can hurt someone, I guess. You can damage a character, give them penalty to their health for a bit. I don't know what Dispel does. I guess if you got a spell cast on you that's bad, you can remove it theoretically. I don't know what Calm does. Oh, you can use magic to reduce your stress. Boost someone else's stress probably then, is what Frenzy does. And Demoralize is to use on an enemy army to reduce their advantage. Resilience for small boost to health. and receded, but we do not have. Wait, what? Do we have the ability to use receded? If so, that's not intended. But we'll see. What the? Slow thing was a joke, but you unironically want to play as the Malmer? Well, the Malmer are probably going to be in eventually. Like, if I had to guess, I'd say that the Malmer are like the first area that they'll add. Mess with my headphones a little bit. Here. Giant. But yeah, there's also a single Malmer character already in. There is this lady here, Jalazri Blue Snake, who is a dev character. She's in. You can also make custom ones. You can make custom Malmer. Oh, they're dead. What the? No, that's not. Well, bloody hell. Aw. I heard one of the devs saying that they thought that they were native to Southern Alinor for now, so that you could play them. But no, I guess they're dead. So you can't actually spread it either. Well, that's a pain. Well, it's not supposed. I didn't think it was supposed to. I had a conversation on stream once with one of the devs, and they were saying that they had thought that the Malmer were native to Southern Alinor, but I guess Alinor's all one, isn't it? Yeah, Somerset's all one thing. So whatever. I guess you can't play them until it's added, unless they make a change. They have snake magic and use giant sea serpents in war. I don't know about that. That's interesting. Jeez, I keep getting distracted from trying to pick a goddamn patron. General opinion. Is it? General opinion's like everyone's opinion on you, yeah? I think I want that. We can change it in 5 years, so we'll follow Yefrey. Which should, if I go to just any old random person, follower of Yefrey, likes me, actually has a positive opinion of me, thanks to this +5 from that. In fact, the vast majority of people, like, it seems like almost everyone is like all the Bretons pretty much have a +2 opinion. Because I guess, yeah, I've got compassionate, which is a Breton virtue as well. Oh yeah, Malmer are an ESO, and they talk about stuff like that. Then. Okay, well that's interesting. Do we go through magical education? I don't think we need any stronger magic right now. And having just everyone like us more. But prestige is always good. We're gonna want to have more prestige so that we can change our laws, so. The mod is so big it's tough not to be distracted by all the new content and actually play. Yeah, the mod, it is very difficult to actually get myself to play, and that's kind of a pain because I've only got like maybe I'm realizing now, looking at the time, I've only got like maybe 45 minutes left that I can actually do stuff in. So, I need to actually get going. So, we'll take Majesty. Majesty for the prestige. We're also getting lots of prestige already. It's always so tough for me to decide stuff. Whatever. Can we already? Is it possible to already vassalize anyone diplomatically? This dude, this peasant revolt guy, probably isn't interested, even if we give him rights. Yeah, he wouldn't be interested. This lady here theoretically would actually, if we give her religious exemption. our cultural exemption. The problem with that, of course, is that if we vassalize people this way, I'm pretty sure what happens then is that it gives them it means that they don't have to pay. They have zero obligations, I think. I'm not sure. I'm planning to play Manny Marco. Eventually I will, but there's so many different things to play, and it's so easy to get distracted. Remember the death of Archibald. Oh, all my homies love Archibald. Remember the death of him. It was unknown. It was an unknown cause. She has 2 counties, actually. Yeah, I would definitely like to have her as a vassal. But yeah, we'll give her cultural protection. And this is thanks to her opinion of me and all these other stacking buffs we've got. Do the Dunmer have unique men at arms? They do, actually. They have Dunmer Arms Oathman or something. Oh yeah, they've got these horses are uncommon in Morrowind as they do not adapt well to the terrain. However, the Dunmer find in the Kaguti the most trusted steed. They're actually effective in Black Marsh terrain. So for all those house dress enjoyers out there, they're also good in Ashlands and Volcanic Ashlands, but for any house dress enjoyers, these horses are the unit for you, because you will need them. Dunmer Oathman are just your standard strong, heavy infantry that are effective in the funny ash terrain. Who else around here? Nope, you are not interested. Because Realm is distant. Well, he might actually be willing to be vassalized when we get closer, then. We can't vassalize any dukes, of course, but this lady, Glenumbran lady, if we give her cultural and religious protection. I'm down for that. And what about Cambrai? They will also, if we give them cultural and religious. I'm hesitant to hand out both cultural and religious, but the Breton Rite is an astray faith. We don't hate them that much, and we can always potentially change it later. So we'll give all these 3 people cultural and religious protection, and then they will become vassals of the Direnni clan. But we will need to build up our money, and we'll need 2 duchy titles, so we'll need quite a bit of money to make ourselves a kingdom, and then start vassalizing anyone larger. In the meantime, we will take Majesty Focus, because we're going to need lots of prestige to try and bump up our authority. Speaking of prestige, yo, diligent planning. He's diligent, so we can increase our growth. Definitely would like to increase our development growth. We could commission an epic for some prestige. But going on a hunt is always nice as well. It's nice to see High Rock not get dominated by Adamantia 5 years in, like in AK1. Well, they're gonna. We're gonna dominate High Rock, maybe not quite that quick, but we will, soon enough. We'll go hunting. And leave our heir unmarried for a bit. Ally our daughter, that's good. Oh, we brought... Okay, this is the test. I need to see, what are his contracts? Okay, he is still paying us. This is good. He is still going to be paying us stuff. But just not a lot, and we can't convert his culture or religion, so he's going to be stuck as a stray. But that's fine. That's fine. Brother and Battle Reeve. He is capable. The Signifier. I could marry him off to someone. Who is this? Is that just a random Breton Republic? Very hesitant to marry off family members to Bretons. But, there was a giant up here that wasn't super... Oh, yeah, the old 40-year-old giants. This is the Duchy of North Point is looking a little more appealing at this point, but... The thing is that that's allying them through a bastard, so we wouldn't actually get anything out of that. So let's go with inheritable traits. Any inheritable traits we can marry into. Almost all of them are bloody Bretons, but I'm hesitant to be marrying Bretons into the family because, you know, we'll be diluting the blood. So I think we'll be marrying him to a good Albanori person. Money. We need money. Oh, did that cancel the hunt? That canceled the hunt, didn't it? Oh no. Oh, no, the hunt is still happening anyway. A secluded shrine. We found Oh, this is, yes, there is a, shrine to Hercene. As the hunt goes on, you find yourself separated from your group and in a part of the hunting grounds you've never seen before. Around you, the singing of the birds and the various noises made by the bigger beasts have grown quiet, and you can feel a higher presence overseeing this land. As you slowly press on, you can find a small secluded shrine dedicated to none other than the Daedric Prince Hercene, father of the hunt and Prince of Lycanthropy. Confirmed we can... Oh, we can. Jeez, yeah, I'm gonna have to stop soon, unfortunately. I didn't even really get started, but, so maybe I'll have to change the title of this stream to that, to only starting it, because I'm gonna have to stop in 8 minutes. That sucks, but yes, we can destroy the shrine after all. It is confirmed. That was a question that was raised before. No, we're not praying to, we're not gonna, we're not going to have to take a note of the shrine and become a secret worshipper of Hercene. Not in this game. We're not. If we were a human, on the other hand, maybe. Breaking horses. I'm not reading events right now about that. But werewolf elf? Nah, no werewolf elves for Hercene. Hercene bad, destroy. Getting lots of prestige from these events, though. That's good. Oh, look at him with his funny hair. I've immediately finished that feast, and now I'm going to this feast. I'm gonna become fat. Yeah, we should be like instantly getting rid of the forgotten. Oh my gosh, that's expensive. Oh, that's expensive. We can offer vassalage to this dude because he is a small count next to us and he likes us enough. And the same, no, this person is not on board with that unless we give him both. And I don't really feel like handing out that many cultural and religious protection, but we'll do it. We'll do it. It would take tons of prestige for us to... Oh. Feast. Tale of Sarabane. I hear the curate whisper something to the bard, and then a familiar tune starts. Gather round and hear the tale of Archmage Sarabane. Through his mercy and his might he stopped the Thracian plague. Some of the most devout members of the members of the feast start singing aloud. And some are just plainly bored to death. It's a really great song. Or piety from that. So we can't attack this guy unless we use the ducal conquest thing, which we really don't want to do. So this is dangerous. I want to make this known. Us expanding like this is let's repeat it slowly. This is dangerous, us expanding this much, because expanding our territory this much is meaning that we are forced to put all of these people on the council, pretty much. And, not all of them like me that much. Okay, well, they like us now. But like before, they were not big fans. Let's try and make up... Let's just, like, look for secrets on these people. And also, in the meantime, we can... We can convert the religion of this person because we vassalize them without religious protection, so we'll do that, I think. Dilemma at the feast? Sure, friendship. I like friends. And yes, we're done with the grandson's feast. Good. All these people we can marry our son to are they're all Britons, or there's a Keptu. Like, jeez. Does Adamantine have the community trait? Yes, it spreads worse in counties that are not Balfieri, and you can spread the culture better in places that are Adamantine. I'm gonna ask if she'll convert, but it's not gonna happen, I guess. Yeah. So yes, it really is a... We can several other people here. Our people are native to this whole, like, the bay, the south, the whole, like, north part of the bay. It's kind of funny that the only thing the Green Pack dislikes about Hircine is the body transformation. Yes. Yes. And as a result, there is quite a bit of Hircine. Oh. They changed to Boethia. Oh. Maybe the devs must have changed that in the newest patch. Before, almost all the Aelids here were Meridia worshippers, but now there's a Boethia cult one. That's cool. I want to play these ones. Cults of Boethia Aeliad sounds like a great time. But yeah, there is a decent amount of Hircine worship in Valenwood. Yeah. Can declare wars. But yeah, it's all ducal conquest. There's a... Oh, I got a letter for... Yeah, okay, yeah, the reason he is looking dirty because he is in debt. Look at this poor man, King of Evermore, and he's all destitute. But, yeah, I'm just gonna frame his letter in my wall for prestige, because I want tons. Godcap, Pariah Hill, Holy War. Oh, I can Holy War Pariah Hill now, because they're right next to us. I'm going to do that. That's going to be my last action before I stop for the day, because, unfortunately, I do. Yeah, I gotta stop in like 1 minute. So, Auriel, here's the difference. They're both Altmeri faiths, so they can pop up in each other's counties as a result of heresies. But, yeah, they both have this path to Alexon and, like, be a good upstanding high elf, but, Auriel has this specific, like, divine purity thing, which, the one that gives you congenital traits as virtues, and it also is the thing that causes them to have the ceremoniarchy government type. So Adamantine Auriel is more focused. It worries less about like people like being high elves being important, and more about just like being a good servant of order sort of thing. But yes, with that, I am going to have to stop for the day. I know it's not what I would have liked either, but I just started too late, so we are going to be continuing this though, and handing out Priel to someone later. So I thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you next time.